Welcome to the Killarney Historics Rally in association with the Killarney Towers Hotel. These classic special stages has attracted a very exciting entry, and with a night stage included in this year's event, it's going to be spectacular.
Another Christmas in Killarney at the start ramp in the middle of town. The Killarney Historic Stages Rally is set to provide a thrilling day of rallying, and with another blockbuster entry this year, it'll set the same high standard. Jonathan Greer tops the historic rally entry list, hoping to defend his victory from 12 months ago aboard his four-wheel drive Ford Sierra. Local hero Alan Ring is seated second in another four-wheel drive car, his Subaru Legacy. No Malls Gap this year due to roadworks, but will feature the return of Cara Lake for the first time in 3 years. A new stage near Killarney, previously used on the Rally of the Lakes, but never for the historic rally, has been added to the event schedule, while the night stage has been reintroduced for the first time in many years. The 2023 Irish Historic Rally champions, Duncan Williams and Guy Weaver, are on the entry list too, in their Ford Escort RS 1800.
Duncan, you've had a great year. You must be looking forward to the Killarney Historics tomorrow.
Oh, very much so, yes. We have had a great year, and we really enjoyed it. It's great to come back to Killarney at Christmas time. The people, the fans around here, very well supported. It's great to see so many people here.
Dennis Moynihan adds further interest inside Killarney's top 10 starters.
2017 since we competed here last.
Tell us about it.
Yes, it was a fabulous event back then. We were fortunate enough to win it. So, look, we're here to have a bit of fun this weekend, get back into driving this type of car again, you know.
Alan Ring's family business is the event's new sponsor. Ring has finished runner-up on the last 2 editions of the event.
Alan, wouldn't it be fantastic to win the rally and you being the title sponsor as well?
Well, look, we're going to have a go. We've come close the last couple of years. There'll be nothing easy. Like there's a good bunch, top 5, top 6, very, very capable. Any one of them, I'd say Johnny, without a problem, would be very hard to beat. But we're certainly going to give him a good run.
The Welsh contingent are well represented once again. They're headed by Melvin Evans and co-driver Sean Haid.
No stranger to these parts, Melvin.
No, I'm not. And the stages are cracking, they're brilliant. But you know, when you got a new car coming out, there's still small things you can do. And the pace with everybody is so good today. You know, the cars, the quality, everything is there. So you've got to be match fit to try match these guys at the front.
As the crews continue to be introduced to the large crowd in the kingdom, we find Rob Duggan, a former Motorsport Ireland Young Rally Driver of the Year, and the local man is one of the favourites to win the modified section.
Rob, you must be looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, looking forward to getting back into the swing of it. The paint is still a bit fresh now, so we'll try and keep her looking like she is there now for the weekend. But yeah, looking forward to it.
It's a long trip south from Donegal to Killarney, with one regular who will be with a shout in the national or modified class will be Declan Gallagher.
Look, we want to get through it and enjoy the day, and you know, the stages are brilliant. They're in good condition today, so hopefully it'll be the same tomorrow.
This year's event starts with the fast-flowing but technical Drummond stage, followed by Cara Lake and the Kilgobnet stage. After service, the loop is repeated and onto service again, before heading out to take on Rockfield in daylight and the final stage, Rockfield in darkness. So to the action. A surprise rain shower left most of the crews stranded on slick tyres, and it was Greer's four-wheel drive Sierra that led on stage 1. However, it began to slip back into the clutches of Donna Kelly, the ex-Irish Tarmac Championship winner, with the experienced Rory Kennedy alongside in their BMW M3. Kelly's BMW had wet tyres in front, and he utilised the grip to steal 16.7 seconds and the Killarney Historic Rally lead from Greer on the second test. After 3 stages, Kelly led by 10.4 seconds in the now drying conditions.
Donna leading the Historics after the first loop. What a start.
Yeah, it's a good ream start, all right. You know, I think we called the tyres right this morning, and the rain came down, and I think we got the jump on the guys, you know. So
Yeah, tricky conditions out there.
very tricky, yeah. But you know, at the same time, the likes of Cara Lake is plenty of grip anyway, even in sweat, you know. So, but yeah, enjoyable.
Johnny, second overall after first loop. Things are going well.
Yeah, okay, so far we got caught out a bit in the tyre choice. It was dry here when we left and chose a slick, and there's a lot of rain came before stage 2 and 3, so that kind of put us in the back foot. But yeah, we got here and we're happy enough with second, so we'll just keep plugging away.
And Kirsty, yourself, delighted to see you back. How are you finding it out there?
Yeah, it's been a good morning, and the stages have all felt good. I mean, you know, we lost a bit of time in stage 2, but there's a long way to go.
There was massive disappointment for Alan Ring and Adrian Deasy as their rally ended after stage 1. Their legacy was 9th, but Ring decided to retire the RS ahead of the second stage. Going well on a very sentimental event for the Breen family was Ray Breen and Damien Morrissey in the Subaru Legacy RS. 42 seconds off Kelly's lead, and now the leading historic championship registered car. 4th, Dennis Moynihan and Martin O'Brien in the Ford Escort, a mere whisper away from 3rd place as we go in car to see the classic Kerry stages.
And a fast 3 left early on it, and 3 right in again early on it. In on it, and long 2 left, 2 right, 40, 2 right in again, tight 3 left over the crest, little bit of care, short 3 left in, 3, 2, 1.
5th, Melvin Evans and Sean Hayden the Escort. They were a mere 1 second behind Moynihan, who had inherited 4th on stage 3.
Mid over crest and jump, 80. Mid over flat crest, 80, turn 9 right, 30, 2 left and 2 right, and 2 left in again, into caution, slippy, 6 left, 150 up.
Tom Clark and Alistair Wiley were 6th after 3 in their Ford Escort. A really good start for Clark, who was 10th after stage 1, 9th after stage 2, and they now jumped to 6th on the historic standings, 13 seconds off Evans. No luck for Mark Falvey and James O'Brien. Their Ford Escort RS 1600 was competitive after the opening stage, but they drove slowly through stage 2 and then into retirement. A good steady start from Michael McDade and Declan Casey in the Ford Escort RS 1800. They were equal on time with 6th place Tom Clark and Alistair Wiley after 3 stages. The all-Welsh crew of Thomas and Uric Davis had a steady start in the Ford Escort Mark II, and with 3 down, the pair were in 8th overall. Ninth, Neil Williams and Anthony O'Sullivan in the RS 1800 Ford Escort. 6.8 seconds off the Welsh crew ahead as they headed for first service.
Neil, tricky conditions out there.
Yeah, it's been a tough loop to be fair, and we thought we went out on the right set of tyres, but other people played it more safe than me. But it is what it is. That's part of the job, you know. There's a long way to go yet, so we put the right thing on, hopefully now, and then we'll have a go again.
Rounding out the top 10, Wayne Evans and John Smithick in a Mark II Ford Escort. Less than a second off Williams, just up ahead. Tommy McDonough and Paul Murphy in the Ford Escort drove brilliantly to jump into the top 6 by the end of stage 2, but they managed to slip out of the top 10 at the end of the 3rd test in the very wet conditions.
And a 4 right again, into 3 left long and 2 right. 2 right 40 and 2 right here, watch the water, 3 left down, 4 left. Watch the water here, 3 left down. 4 left 40, 2 right, 1 right. 2 right, 1 right, 80 down into 3 right, 2 right. 3 right here, 2 right into long fast, 3 left. Here's a 2 right.
Sadly for the defending Irish historic champions, Duncan Williams and Guy Weaver, their Ford Escort 1800 was having a very poor event and they were languishing down in 25th, just not at the races in the treacherous conditions. Just outside the top 20 were the Belgians Paul Lietler and Francois Guirlant in the Opel Ascona. They've been coming to Killarney for years now and they love it.
Paul, welcome all the way from Belgium. How are things going for you today?
We did recce yesterday in dry condition, and this morning it was very wet, and the notes go not so well with the notes, but and the car was also too hard, so we will change that now and then hope it will be better.
And you've been coming to Killarney a long time. What keeps bringing you back here?
Well, there was a guy in Killarney, he have a restaurant, the Gabby's, and he's a friend of ours. He is from Belgium, and he invited us to come over here to do a rallying. In '83 was the first time that we come over, and then we come, I think, 5 other times that we come over here to do this event.
So 3 stages down, this is the historic leaderboard after 3. It is Donna Kelly who leads from Jonathan Greer. Good old battle at the top there. Ray Breen is 3rd, ahead of Dennis Moynihan, and the Welshman Melvin Evans. So join us after the break to see how the modified crews fared on their first run over the Killarney stages. Welcome back to the Kingdom of Kerry, a magnificent tourist destination and the location for the top 2 rallies in this area, the Rally of the Lakes and the Historic Rally, the opening round of the ITRC historic season. In the first part of the programme we looked at the historic section, but there's also a rally within a rally with a crowd-pleasing national or modified class. And to the action on the opening 3 stages for the Nationals, where there were lots of serial winners in a highly competitive field. First up, Conor Murphy, who's had a busy year with his best result of 3rd place in the Imokilly stages. After the first 3 runs in Killarney, his escort was some 8 seconds quicker after the opening 3 stages, and he led at first service.
Flat 1 left and flat 2 right 100. Caution line 3 right into 2 left carry. And 1 right over the jump bridge, 60, stop, 2 right over crest, only 40, turn square left, drive it beneath. 200. Caution late 5 right after the 3, slippy.
Conor, you're leading the way after the first loop. Things are going well out there?
Things are going well, yeah. The conditions are very tricky there now. The last stage there now, we actually had a spin, the junction. We didn't lose a whole lot. We had to go for reverse, so I dropped it. But other than that, all's going grand. We'll go up now this loop now and try and keep everything clean and hopefully make no mistakes.
Second after 3, Kevin Ease, the former tarmac and national 2-wheel drive champion in his Toyota Corolla.
A few moments along the way.
Yeah, we're having moments, kind of wee stupid stuff. We kind of you have a pilot grip 1 second and then nothing. So we're having the odd wee slide here and there, but not too bad. So we're happy out.
Third, the pre-rally modified favourite and the former winner Rob Duggan, whose escort was just under 3 seconds behind Ease, but he had problems. His window wipers weren't working properly early on. That slowed his progress.
6 right, 60. 6 right, 120. Left tightens to sudden 1 left plus 50.
Rob, you're 3rd overall after the first loop. Tell us how that went for you.
Not great, yeah. We'd window wiper failure coming out the road this morning, so we'd no window wipers for them 3, and we just discovered there now, I'd say we've been steering wreck as well, so yeah, just tempering us a small bit, just getting back into it after the crash. Yeah, we're 3rd place now, we'll see what we can do here, but yeah, to be fair to the boys, they're on a big push, so we'll just have to, yeah, we'll try and eat away at their lead for the day, but it won't be easy.
Fourth in a very compact leaderboard, Declan Gallagher along with Gavin Doherty in their rear-wheel drive Toyota Starlet, a mere 7/10 of a second behind Duggan. Gallagher is a former tarmac and national 2-wheel drive champion.
2 right, go, 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 130. 1 right past the gate, go, go, go. And 2 right over bump, go, 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 150. They are 2 left, only 80, very short, 5 left, slippy.
First loop done, you're holding 4th overall, but you're only 0.7 off 3rd.
Aye, we're going all right now. Steady, you know, it's very hard this morning there to get heat in the tyres and stuff, and it's hard to judge the braking when we wrecked it yesterday in the dry. But no, look at Conor Murphy's in a serious charge there, and Kevin East had a great time there in the last one. But no, it's going well, and if we can keep that steady now, we'll be happy enough for the rest of the day.
The former British champion was next. 5th, Daniel McKenna, along with Andrew Greenham in their Mark II Ford Escort, 32 seconds behind Gallagher.
Daniel, it's only your 2nd time coming to Killarney, but you're like 5th overall.
Yeah, look, we had a pretty tough morning there with wrong tyre choice. Caught it in the rain like a lot of guys, so guys got a jump on us. But yeah, we're happy enough. We didn't make any mistakes, and we're cruising around. I think we've the right tyres on now, hopefully. But yeah, really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. It's a great rally.
Behind McKenna by 13.9 seconds, the Ford Escort of Chris Armstrong and Darren Curran. Armstrong, a former national two-wheel champion. Surprisingly, down the field a little in 7th place, Gary Kiernan with John McCabe alongside in the Ford Escort, 9 seconds off 6th place. Slipping down the leaderboard to 8th, John O'Dugan and Paul Lennon in their Mark II Ford Escort, 5.1 seconds behind. Just inside the top 10, Michael Carbon and Dean O'Sullivan in the Ford Escort. Carbon, an ex-champion in multiple classes across national and forestry championships. The former national two-wheel drive champion rounded out the top 10 in Jonathan Pringle and Pierce O'Callaghan in their Ford Escort, jumping into the top 10 on that last stage. Slipping out of the top 10, Martin McGee and Aidan Gallagher. They had a spin in the opening stage, some cosmetic damage only, and they got safely through to service.
The 1 right, 60 over and lethal 2 left, and the over back 3 left, 4 right and 2 left, back 3 left, and 4 right and 3 left in and 4 right. And flat 3 left, 150 up the middle. You have her. The 3 left, Heidi.
Martin, were you looking for some stones out there?
I was. Time to forget about them.
Kerry stones?
Yes. Just one of those days.
They're not as good as the Donegal ones?
No. They're no softer than the Galway ones either.
12th in the modified or national class, Aaron McIntyre and Oisin Joyce in the rear-wheel drive Toyota Starlet. A familiar name across the roads of Ireland, the ex-Tarmac and national champion Declan Boyle running further down the field as he readjusts to two-wheel drive in a Mark II Ford Escort. Jason O'Brien, but alongside him is Jason Bradley. Some great commentary here by his co-driver in their Mark II Ford Escort. Enjoy this.
Commit to the fight. Left on crest, that sign, only 60. Commit to it. Left on crest, only sign, only 60 to a short tree. Short tree. Don't like this one. Don't like it. 200 down to a slow tree right, only turn, square left around the bale. Slow tree right, turn, square left around the bale. Can get narrow on the exit now. Don't up. 100. I'll go again. Right hand flat crest up here, and 6 left. And 5 right, and right hand flat crest, 6 left again.
And so to service on the all-important tyre selection. In the changeable conditions, crews had issues choosing the right compounds for the next loop. We spoke with the English driver Tom Clark about that issue.
Weather conditions, I'm looking over there now, we're going out on a slick again, but I mean, Cara Lake, it's got tons of grip. I mean, but the other two, so slippy. I mean, keep it on the road today, that's what we've got to try and do.
So to stages 4, 5 and 6 for the Historics, and Donna Kelly still lead, but the lead now down to 5.2 seconds with 2 stages to go. Rockfield by day and a short service, then the sting of the tail. Rockfield by night. Some brilliant overhead shots of Kelly as he powers through the Kingdom stages. Second, Johnny Greer and Kirsty Riddock in the Ford Sierra. 5.2 seconds now off Kelly, closing in with 2 stages to go. Dennis Moynihan and Martin O'Brien had a really good run over 4, 5 and 6. They were 8th after stage 1 and now up to 3rd place in drying conditions in the Ford Escort.
Lay 2 right in over crest and jumped in, go on it. So lay 2 right in over crest, jump, go. 300. Flat crest, okay. 100. And then 2 right up ahead, 100. And then you 2 right in again, only 60 and turn sharp 4 right.
We're delighted with our position. We didn't expect this at all coming. We haven't been here for 6 years, so it's and we haven't been in the car at this speed in 6 years either. You know, we've done 2 small events prior to this, but look, we're enjoying it immensely. It's brilliant out there. This Cara Lake and Shannon and all them, they're fabulous stages, you know.
Still, third place wasn't guaranteed for that pair because Michael McDade and Declan Casey were only 1.1 second behind Dennis Moynihan in their RS 1800 Ford Escort. Neil Williams and Anthony O'Sullivan were 10th after stage 2, but they're up to 5th now. Maybe a top 3 place might be in the offing if they keep it going. They were 24.2 seconds off 4th place. Yo-yoing up and down the leaderboard, but up to 6th now with 2 to go. Tom Clark and Alistair Wiley in the Ford Escort, 6.6 seconds behind Neil Williams. Melvin Evans and Sean Haid had hoped to be further up after being 3rd after stage 1. They've just been passed by Tom Clark on stage 6. They're 0.2 of a second behind him.
Turn 9 left at the hedge, 250. Repeat, turn 9 left at the hedge. 9 left here, 250.
Ray Breen and Damien Morrissey had issues on this loop and dropped him way down the leaderboard to 18th. Welsh crew of Thomas and Uric Davis in the Mark II Ford Escort. 9th with 2 to go. Tommy McDonough and Paul Murphy in the Ford Escort.
Slippy, long, 40 ton square right at the bridge. Square left, 100 go, 4 right. 4 right here, crest, and 4 left long. Settle now, good man. 4 left long, 2 right, 2 right, 2 right, 2 right here, 2 right here. Now it is 3 right, keep in, and 3 right, keep in, and 3 right tightens.
Inside the top 10 in the early rain, Wayne Evans and John Smithick in their Mark II Ford Escort. Just outside the top 10, Martin Rossiter and Ian Davis in the RS 1800 Ford Escort. Good run from Morris and Stephen Meskel. They're up to 12th now. In fact, they were 17th on the opening stage in their Mark I, but seem to be enjoying the conditions. Next up, the Welsh veteran driver, Philip Rogers, along with Brian Quinlan. Rogers drove a Darien at one stage, was back in the sport after an absence of 10-odd years. He was up to 13th now in the Ford Escort. Over 70 historic specification rally cars have entered the historic rally. The event a remarkable spectacle with cars ranging from Mini Coopers to Audi Quattros, etc. The Mini, however, holds a special place in Irish rallying history, especially as Belfast legend Paddy Hopkirk drove a Mini Cooper to success in the 1964 Monte Carlo Rally, and the late Rosemary Smith was disqualified, having won the Ladies' Cup in the 1966 Monte Carlo Rally, one of 10 cars that were disqualified in a row between the organisers and the BMC Mini Rally team, of which Smith was a part. A regular visitor to Killarney is Colin McDowell, who's competing in an Austin Mini. He's on his 19th straight visit to the Kingdom.
No stranger to Killarney, though.
No. I've been coming to Killarney from 2007. Was the first time I came to Killarney. And I've been coming the last 8-10 years, every year. And just in the Mini. Has to be the Mini all the time.
And carrying a few cups home as well with that.
And yeah, trying to get the cups. That's the priority. Get the cups home, yeah.
And of course, we'll hopefully see Geraldine's name of that cup going home this year.
Absolutely, yes.
Is this your first time coming to Killarney with him?
It's my first time with Colin in Killarney. I've done one other event in the Down Rally in the north a year ago. And it was nice to be asked back, so it works for both of us.
And the name of the cup going home would be nice too.
And the name on the cup going home. Yeah, my name's been on a couple of cups, but it'd be nice to get it on this one.
Yeah. The Killarney one is nice as well to bring it home, because it's never easy in Killarney.
No, it's never easy in Killarney, and the Mini in particular, it's a very unique car, requires a very unique driving style. And you just can't jump in and get the results. And Colin is certainly, he knows his car, so he does hill climbs and sprints, so he's very experienced in that.
So the leaderboard after 6 stages in historics, and all to play for with 2 to go. Donna Kelly, 5.2 second lead from Johnny Greer and Kirsty Riddick. Dennis Moynihan, Michael McDade and Neil Williams all battling for the 3rd place on the podium. That's it for part 2. Join us for part 3 and the modifieds and their runs over stages 4, 5 and 6 on this year's Killarney Historic Rally. Welcome back to part 3 of the 2023 Killarney Historic Rally in the beautiful countryside that the drivers rarely have a second to admire. Killarney, though, has been named as Ireland's best holiday destination according to the Irish Independent's Reader Travel Awards. The newspaper cited the beauty and buzz of Killarney as a reason for this honour, and you can see why it attracts tourists from all over the world. But back to the action and the national classes and the runs over stages 4, 5 and 6. Sadly, this is the last time we'll see the leader Colin Murphy. A fogged-up windscreen had hindered him on stage 4. He now faced pressure from Rob Duggan and Kevin Eves. Murphy blitzed the Carroll Lake stage, extending his lead over Duggan to 7.3 seconds. However, his drama continued on the 6th stage as his Mark II went off the road on a fast left-hander, ending their hopes of a modified home win. That put the rally lead in the hands of the 2022 winner, Kevin Eves, as he jumped back ahead of Duggan with 2 stages to go. With 1.2 seconds between them and only 6.6 seconds back to third place Declan Gallagher, the modified was still all to play for. After struggling to find his usual rhythm on the opening 3 stages, Rob Duggan ran riot through Drummond to set a blistering time of 4.7 seconds faster than any of his rivals. A steering rack change in the service halt had increased Duggan's confidence and put him to within 1.2 seconds of the rally lead.
Middle over crest 50 to 5 right plus 150. Then middle over crest only 50, chicane right entry 4. Well done. 150, middle over flat crest 100, chicane right entry 4. 80, middle over crest 100, crest into sudden 5 left 300, turn square right, tidy exit.
Declan Gallagher and Gavin Doherty were making progress in the Toyota Starlet. They're up 1 place now, 6.6 seconds behind Rob Duggan.
3 right and push hard, 130. The short 4 left, sloppy, 40, the caution lit 5 left, 40 now, the caution lit 5 left, 40, past 4 right, 40, long past 5 right, 40, 3 right, push on round, 60, tail lit 4 left, tightens bad, past the junction 80, they are very long 2 right, go, 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 130, to pass 4 right at the pole, sloppy, repeat pass 4 right at the pole, sloppy.
Up to 4th now, the former British rally champion Daniel McKenna, too far back to make an impression on the top 3 with 2 to go, and that belt on the bank certainly didn't help his cause. Gary Kiernan and John McCabe up 2 places on the 6th stage, continuing their move up the leaderboard. They were now 5th overall, 24.5 seconds off McKenna.
Gary, you're having a good day so far?
Yeah, not too bad. We had a poor first loop, but I think we're 4th or 5th, I'm not sure. We're not up on the times from stage 1 this morning, but we're still going all day, so we'll see how these last 2 go.
Outside the top 5, Chris Armstrong and Darren Curran in the Ford Escort held a steady 6th, but he's only 1.4 seconds behind Kiernan.
We went a bit better on that last loop. We're getting a bit closer to the top boys. We're happy to be improving all the way, but we need to go another step.
John O'Dugan and Paul Lennon had hoped to be higher up the leaderboard than 7th with 2 to go, 32.8 seconds behind Chris Armstrong.
John, how's your day going so far?
My day is a bit poor, but sure, we're still here, and there are a few boys dropping out, so getting up the leaderboard, but I don't know, the times are starting to come down now, but way too late. Like, the top boys are on some pace, so fair play to them.
In the top 10 and up 1 place on the previous stage, Aaron McIntyre and Oisin Joyce in the Toyota Starlet rear-wheel drive.
Aaron, you're having a mighty run this weekend.
Not too bad, yeah. Just get it to the finish now, we'll be happy enough, so we will, yeah. It was tricky this morning when it rained, but happy enough now. It's just
leading the class?
Yeah, leading the class. Steady now to get to the finish, so no bother.
Into the top 10 after 6, Enda O'Brien and John Butler in their Ford Escort Mark II. They were 16.1 seconds behind Aaron McIntyre with 2 stages to go. The top 10 competed by Dave Slattery and Dennis Coffey in their Mark II Ford Escort. They were hoping to solidify that over the remaining 2 stages of Rockfield by day and by night. Couple of spinners now, Dennis Hickey and Owen O'Leary in the Ford Escort, and he's only 0.6 of a second behind a top 10 place. Martin McGee and Adon Gallagher had another spin on stage 6, but they got going again. They were now 6.9 seconds adrift of Hickey in 11th. Sadly, Jonathan Pringle wouldn't finish this year's event. He retired, slipped out of the top 10 on stage 5 and then put the car to bed at the end of second service. At one stage, Billy Nolan and Evan Downey from County Carlow and County Laois respectively saw their Toyota Corolla into the top 10, but the rally ended after 4 stages with a broken throttle.
2 right here, tight 3 left and short 4 left in. 4 left in here now, 40 down, 2 right. 2 right and a 1 right, 80. 1 right, 80, 3 right down here and 2 right and a long pass 3 left. 3 right and 2 right and a long pass 3 left and 3 right. Long pass 3 left and 3 right here now. Strong. Throttle cable gone. Yeah. 3 right, 100. You serious? Yeah. That was flying. Wherever you see somewhere to pull in.
Outside the top 10 in modified, the former winner of his home event, but getting used to his newly built Escort after 2 years out of the sport, was Colin O'Donoghue in the Ford Escort Mark II. Kevin O'Donoghue is the father of Colin and a regular sight on the Killarney stages in his BMW. He had Evan McBride calling the notes. Jack Shanahan is a well-known drifter, but he's been switching codes from drifting to rallying in the off-season. Only his 3rd rally ever in Killarney in his Toyota.
Jack, we're well used to seeing you on the drifting stages, but now you're here rallying. Tell us how you got into it.
Yeah, so obviously drifting was like the second found love in the house, as we Dad used to rally years ago and stuff, so just kind of following in the footsteps of that now really. Yeah, the drifting is over now for the year. We bought this car at the start of the year, so just doing a couple of rallies. It's only my 3rd one, so going good now today, so having a bit of crack, and the rallying is a bit more driving in a day, like, you know, so a bit tired now heading into the last 2 stages, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, and you're well used to throwing a car around. I'm sure there's plenty of sideways actions out there.
Yeah, no, we've had a good all day, like, we've been running good times and stuff, like, so trying to keep it as straight as possible, but yeah, we have to put on a bit of a show for people and stuff, but no, we've had a successful day now today, so happy with that now so far.
Also getting involved, and he's done it for years, Thomas Randalls, the club chairman of the Killarney and District Motor Club, in the Ford Escort Mark II, with Cathal Quill calling the notes.
Tommy, chairman of the Killarney District Motor Club, it's been a good day so far.
Yeah, the rally is going very well. Conditions are slippy. I mean, the stages were beautiful in the recce, and how well the rain had to come today, you know, makes it very difficult.
Yeah, and fantastic crowds out there.
Oh, massive crowds, yeah, massive show going on outside there. And the crowd that put it together in Anthony, and the massive amount of work that goes into the rallying today. And even if we saw the ceremonial start yesterday evening, like a fabulous show put on, like, you know what I mean? So it's really bringing the rally to the people of Killarney this weekend.
Shane Buckley would normally be seen in the navigator's seat, but he switched seats for the first time and liking it.
Shane, we're well used to seeing you in the navigator seats, but you switched seats here today.
Yeah, a lot of navigating done. Took the opportunity to do the home rally, hired out a car and absolutely loving it. It's great buzz. I don't know if you'll ever see me back in the co-driver seat, to be honest, but yeah, really enjoying it.
And it's near passing the home house really as well, nearly.
It's coming close to it. I haven't lived there in 10 years, so I'd just be very happy to be in the locality and really enjoying it, and it's great to be here.
And was it always a dream of yours to go driving a rally car?
It probably was. Got into co-driving and stayed at it, and with a lot of success, and happy now that I've made the switch to driving. I know it'll be difficult to get back into the co-driver seat, I think.
And 2 stages to go, Rockfield by day and by night. Duggan had alternator issues coming into service. Fingers crossed for him for the final 2.
You're second overall there going into the next 2.
Yeah, bit of panic there. Just conked out coming in the road, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Connor now, how unfortunate for Connor was he put in some time today, so whatever happened to him on that last stage, but how so there's 3 of us there within 5 or 6 seconds, so it'll be hairy enough going into the dark, so we'll see what happens.
So the modified leaderboard after 6 stages with 2 to go. Eves leads by 1.2 seconds from Duggan. Gallagher is third. There's all to play for the top 3. McKenna and Gary Kiernan make up the top 5 in modified. Join us after the break as darkness descends for the exciting finale to this year's Killarney Towers Hotel Killarney Historic Rally. Welcome back to Kerry for the final part of the Killarney Towers Hotel Killarney Historic Rally. This rally always attracts a bumper entry of both local and international competitors. So sit back now and enjoy the action from some of the best of the crews from further down the field. Before we find out who claims the overall historic and modified victories, we round up the various class battles now, starting with the historic classes. In Class B2, the overall winners, Colin McDowell and Geraldine McBride in the Austin Mini. Second in Class B2, Joe White and Tommy Kaman in the Morris Mini Cooper S. Class B3, Tom and Helen Slattery from County Limerick in the Ford Cortina. Class B4, Peter Neville and David Mannion from County Galway in the Volvo. They take the win despite some excursions to the Kerry scenery. Class C1, Brian Carson and Adam Carson. A long trip down from County Armagh was worth it for the Austin Mini Cooper S pair. Class C2, George Swanton and Labisha Highland from County Cork in their Mark I Ford Escort. Class C3, Raymond Nelson and Ivor Ferguson, another of our visitors from the north, County Down and County Armagh respectively, in their Ford Escort. Class C4 winners, Trevor Wilson and Paul Mulholland in the Porsche 911. Morris and Stephen Meskel from County Limerick won Class C5 in their Mark 1 Ford Escort. Class D2 winners David and Niall O'Brien from County Kilkenny, a short hop down to Killarney to win the class in the Ford Escort Mark 2. Class D3, Rob Falvey and John Doody from County Cork in the RS 2000. Class D4, the Belgian pair of Paul Leitner and Francis Geerland in the Opel Ascona. The overall results for Class E1, car number 62, Aidan Jackson and Adam Coffey in the Vauxhall Nova. First in Class E1, Johnny McDade and Tony McGovern in the Talbot Group B Samba. Class E2 winners, Owen Fogarty and Keane Fogarty from County Tipperary in the twin cam Toyota Corolla. And Class F1, Liam Regan partnered with Podrick Robinson to take the class win in the Skoda Estelle. Iarla Carthy and Jack Carthy from County Donegal, driving a Vauxhall Nova, won Class F2. Class F4 winners Paul Ahern and Kieran Murphy in the BMW M3. Moving to the modified classes now, in Class 1 won by Kevin Flanagan and Mark Riley in the Austin Mini Cooper S. Di Roberts and Pete Pina from Wales in the Peugeot 205 GTI won Class 2. In Class 3, second were James Cassidy and Donald Lennon in the Ford Escort. They were just pipped to first place by Cathal Mulcair and Podge Doody in the Mark II. Class 4, Lloyd Hutchinson, a long-time rally exponent, in the Austin Mini Cooper S, partnered by Willie Fitzpatrick. Class 5, the drifting skills put to good use to take the win. Jack Shanahan and Mikey Walsh from County Cork in the Toyota. In Class 6, second were David Slattery and David Coffey in the Mark II Ford Escort. Just missing out on first place to Aaron McIntyre and Oisin Joyce in the Toyota Starlet. Now we turn to the overall historic battle, and in fifth place, Tom Clark thought he'd lost time on the penultimate test, but instead he set a good time, enough to get past Neil Williams in fifth. The English driver repeated his impressive attempt on the final run of Brockfield, which was good enough to extend his advantage over Williams, and that sealing fifth secured top championship points on round one. Fourth, Dennis Moynihan and Martin O'Brien. They were up as far as third at one stage, but Moynihan extremely happy with the top four finish in the Escort. Michael McDade had a very fruitful run in Killarney. Seventh after the opening few stages. He began to pick up places as the day unwound. His reward a place on the podium ahead of Moynihan and Clark. Donat Kelly lost the lead after the first run over Rockfield and was 0.8 of a second down. He couldn't close the gap on the ninth stage and had to be content with the runner-up slot. A thrilling duel between Greer and Kelly saw Greer's Ford Sierra Sapphire come from behind to steal a 3.7 victory after the day-long 8-stage event.
Congratulations on the overall win and a back-to-back win.
Yeah, it's been a tough day, but yeah, it's quite special to do two back-to-back, and yeah, with a few wee moments during the day trying to keep up with Donald, and lucky enough we just done enough in the end to get by him. But no, great event and really enjoyed it, and it's great to have Kirsty back in the hot seat as well for a bit of a spin. So yeah, it's all been good.
Donna, congratulations, second overall. You'll take that.
Yeah, look, it's you don't mind finishing second when it's a close fight, you know, so we can't complain. It was really, really good event, and you know, KDMC run such a brilliant event. There's a real carnival atmosphere here in Killarney, and yeah, you just love it here.
Did you expect that this morning?
No, I did not. It was stiff competition, and I think we were like
we were 5 to 10 seconds off every other. Even the Welsh boys came over and I was thinking, geez, we're right way this a lot. But we just kept steady all day.
In the modifieds, in 5th place, Gary Kiernan, the Cavan driver, was locked in a day-long battle with Chris Armstrong. The pair traded places over the 8 stages, with Kiernan grabbing a top 5 finish thanks to strong times over the final 2 Rockfield stages. In 4th, Daniel McKenna's Escort was wearing some minor damage after clipping a bank on stage 4, but despite that, he was never really in the hunt for a podium place. In the podium place in 3rd, Declan Gallagher and Gavin Doherty completed the top 3, 52.3 seconds ahead of McKenna and Andrew Greenan in 4th. Kevin Eves led for the one and only time at the end of stage 6, but the last 2 stages was his undoing, and the former winner had to be content with 2nd in the Toyota. A determined Rob Duggan and co-driver Gerard Conway had to dig deep to fend off Kevin Eves and Chris Melly. A 3.4 second victory in the modified section. The win ensured the title stayed in the county, the duo taking the 3rd Killarney modified victory, together Duggan's 4th in total.
A fantastic result for you this weekend, Rob.
Yeah, delighted to get the win. It was a tough competition from the start, so to come out on top of the field that was there is a big achievement, so it was nice to get the win for George there for his dad, so yeah.
2 years ago we were second to Rob here. We won it last year when he wasn't here, and second today, but hey, brilliant. See to come in there, 0.7 of a second going into the night stage. Hey, just class racing all day, and great racing Connor and Declan. See, just all day, so there's 4 or 5 of us within a handful of seconds all day, so class.
We didn't have the legs for them really, but we have to feel for Conor Murphy. Nobody could touch him, but look, we made it through, and great rally, and good to get night stages and great atmosphere around Killarney.
Before we wrap from Killarney, let's hear from the clerk of the course, Anthony O'Connor.
Anthony, congratulations on a very successful event.
Thanks a million. It's been a huge event. Fantastic to start the full field this morning. And look, we're all back home safe and sound, which is a bonus.
And Killarney embraces the rally.
It does indeed. Look, this evening with Christmas in Killarney parade, huge crowds around the town. There's a huge crowd here again at the ceremonial finish. Last night at the ceremonial start, absolutely, whole street was packed to capacity. And I must give a special shout out to the likes of the Town Council, Chamber of Commerce, and people like that that embrace us here in the town. That's absolutely wonderful.
These the final results in historics. Jonathan Greer winning by 3.7 seconds from Donna Kelly, Michael McDade in 3rd, Dennis Moynihan and the English visitor Tom Clark. And in modified, another win for Rob Duggan, his 4th. 3.4 seconds ahead of Kevin Eves, Declan Gallagher, the 3rd place on the podium, Daniel McKenna and Gary McKay making up the top 5.
That's it here from the Killarney Historic Rally in association with the Killarney Towers Hotel. Congratulations to all our winners and to Johnny Greer for making it a back-to-back win. From me and everyone in On The Limit Sports, gur míle maithagah as fiachan seach agus long hole.